Great job, IA team. Keep up the good work. I'm 53. I like where I live, but the house needs renovation. I'm thinking of selling some of my Bitcoin to fund this, 40% of my Bitcoin, in fact. I will still have enough Bitcoin, and I do have 500 Tesla shares. If I were younger, I wouldn't sell. But I don't want to wait another 4-year cycle if we're to repeat the brutal bear market, treasury sell-off, etc. Is this a foolhardy strategy? No, it's not. I always stress it's very important for everybody to have their castle. And you got to live a little bit too. Don't spend all your time saving and investing, especially you're a little younger than me, but it's important. And as I say, everybody needs a castle. If you're living in it, you don't want to live in a place that's dank and depressing. I know one guy, he's lived in a house now for 4 or 5 years. He hasn't even bought furniture yet. You can talk about that as a rate of deployment. He is too chintzy to even deploy on furniture. But what's the point of living in a house with no furniture? There comes a time where you got to live a little, spend a little. Now, there's a couple of things I want to share with you if I was in your position. And I've done a ton of renovations in my life. Ton. I mean, must have built at least 15 or 16 kitchens, tons of bathrooms, tons of renovations over managing properties for over a quarter of a century. But there's a lot you can do. So don't think about going big bang or bringing in a general contractor to do everything, but prioritize where you need the work first. I would go kitchen if you like to cook. If you, like most families, to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, knock that out first. Bathrooms, who cares? You can do them later. Maybe a living room, maybe whatever. Build your priority and also manage the project yourself. So, for example, if you're doing a bathroom, you'll basically start with demoing. You can demo very cheaply and easily with one person in a day. You can then tile it, then add new toilets and basins and all that type of stuff. You can get really creative and you can do a lot for very little money if you PM it yourself, and you can do it very quickly as well. We're talking a week if you're quick. Kitchen improvements, if you have good wood in your cabinets, repaint them. Really easy. Floors, you can get this really nice laminate floors. You can do those. You can knock them out for $2 or $3 a square foot. Again, windows are important for insulation. And I've done many windows myself as well. Buy them, order them, and get a friend and install them yourself. It's not hard. Watch a YouTube video. So the key thing is the funding. Now, if you are doing it the way I suggest, not renovation advice, well, maybe renovation advice, why not? But think about the projects you want to do first. And this is the Bitcoin profit-taking model I built for you. I assumed you have 3 Bitcoin. You plan to sell 40%. I wouldn't do that. I would wait for a pop to happen and maybe start taking a piece off at layer 6, which would be 18.9% of your bag. You'll sell about $67,900 worth. That's enough to do a kitchen and a bathroom, maybe some floors too, maybe a couple of windows. And then maybe that's all you need to sell. But don't go in there thinking, oh, I need to sell 40% right now. That might be too much. Think about the projects first and how much you want to sell, and then strategically identify your layer at which to sell at. If you need more money than 67K, layer 7, the price of Bitcoin would be, let me see. Let me zoom into this. Layer 6 is $120,012. Layer 7 is $128,383. That's where you take some profit. And if you want to take more profit, the higher you go, you sell more. And that's what I would advise. Left-hand screwdriver.